This fight, someone said to me, is this just about the fathers? No. As a standalone fight, forget their parents. It's a thriller. But throw in the rivalry, throw in the history, throw in the legacy. And what you've got is one of the biggest British fights of all time.
Oh, tempers flaring.
You think you can fight me like that? Easy, but look at the state of your face. Look at the state of your face.
Conor Benn fights next. A lot of speculation about that.
Yeah, there's a lot of options on the table. Furman, Brown.
Did he go and maybe have an easy European title shot?
Backing Conor Benn, I know Conor. I spoke to him a few times. Always been a top bloke to me. His dad's a top bloke, his dad's a legend, and I'll be backing him. But it's going to be difficult, as he's already alluded to, the two weight divisions coming up.
I think Ben is a more explosive fighter than Liam Smith. He's faster. He punches hard.
Ben's dangerous early in that fight, in my view, because he's coming with all that stinging venom and kind of pent-up aggression that he's developed over the last 2.5 years.
Because I love the challenge, the drive, the goals, the ambition, the fighting. As long as I reach my full potential and I can look back and go, I've done everything I could. This is the blessings of our dads. They laid the foundation for us.
Oh, excellent shot to the body and big power shots again, and Cole looks bedraggled once more. Jeff Hines is there as Cole goes down.
Ben to unload so that maybe he can pick it up later in the contest. And
I'm gonna rise. Oh, good one. Two and he's down.
Big right hand. So often the best shot against the southpaw. And Van Herden is badly hurt and goes down.
I'm watching them, kind of like I'm eating and I'm watching it, and it makes it feel like I'm eating that. It's like a sick mental joke I play on myself, but it helps.
Eubank really believes that in his heart either. Maybe he's just being dismissive, but on the night he's a smart guy. He's an intentional guy.
Chris, you see his last few fights, he's taken a different approach to how he's fighting now. Before he used to be just kind of just a lot of tenacity, a lot of punches. Now he's a lot more calculated and he moves a lot.
Eubank's fought the better level of opponents, even though he's aged 2.5 years and he's been knocked out by Liam Smith.
I mean, he is the bigger fighter. He is the much more experienced fighter against much better competition.
England, Chris Eubank Jr. Eubank. The contest so far, lovely technique there. Just
jab the body as well.
Neither of these men down, remember, as a professional.
Waist division. Oh, that's a big left hook.
Never been halted and down again.
Yoderin being forced backwards and a thunderous left hook.
The fight between Chris Eubank Jr. and Conor Benn has been one of the most eagerly awaited boxing matches in recent years. As soon as it was announced that they would fight, boxing fans and experts all over the world started talking about what this fight would mean for both of their careers. Both fighters are at their best, but they have very different fighting styles. This made the fight exciting, as it would be about both emotion and skill, ability.
If anyone else touches me.
Well, if I was to slap you right now, what are you going to do about it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, talk about my dad.
I'm not talking about your dad.
No.
But I told him.
But
I told him.
Get off me, please.
My old man would never touch you, so your old man's never going to touch me.
I'll never slap you.
You would never slap me?
Yeah, no,
you put your hands on me twice since my last fight.
When?
You pushed me.
Push, a little push.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. You put your hands on me.
Little push and shove. Stop
You
moaning
put your
about it.
hands on me.
Stop moaning about it. A little push and shove. Stop moaning about it. Talk about my dad.
You put your hands on me. I put my hands on you.
I'll
Now
never
we're even.
disrespect your dad.
Yeah. You see, this guy comes in when I'm cutting weight.
Comes in when he comes. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow after the fight. I'll see you tomorrow after the fight.
You get in that ring.
Yeah, what? Get in that ring. I'll get in that ring and give it to you.
Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course, mate.
We'll see.
You're fucking lucky you're fighting tomorrow.
We'll see.
You're lucky, mate.
We'll see.
Get your hand off me.
It's okay, let him come close, man. I like this. I like this energy. I like this energy.
Yeah, what? You like? Yeah.
You're a kid.
You're a kid. Yeah,
You're a kid.
You're a kid. Queue up. Yeah.
Watch what happens.
Yeah, watch what happens.
The excitement. For this fight was huge, even before the first punch was thrown. Eubank Jr., who has been famous for many years, has the support of his family name, a boxing legacy, and a reputation as a tough and determined fighter. On the other hand, Conor Benn, the son of another boxing legend, Nigel Benn, has been making a name for himself with his power and strong will. As the fight gets closer, both men have been sending each other warnings.
I have something that's been bothering me for years now, and I'm gonna get it off my chest.
Is this almost becoming too personal and too bitter, this rivalry now with you and Conor?
That's for the public to decide. I just have to deal with what's in front of me. I have to deal with the fact that I'm fighting a drug cheat, and I have to treat him in the way that any drug cheat should be treated, and that is very poorly.
Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, 65,000 people. What happens here on April 26th?
The procedure will be parliamentary.
Chris Eubank Jr. is confident that he will prove he's the better fighter. He believes his experience, having faced much tougher opponents, will help him handle anything Conor Benn brings to the ring.
I'm 28, he's done what he's had to do in his career. It's finished.
You wouldn't quit if you lost this fight?
No, of course not. Not that I plan on losing the fight, not that I think I will lose the fight. The reality is, you can lose fights. I will lose fights in my career. Not to this man.
But what would it mean to lose to him?
On the other hand, Conor Benn said that he is younger and in a better position in his career than Eubank Jr., who he thinks is close to the end of his career. When asked if he would quit if he lost, Benn said he wouldn't quit, but he made it clear that he didn't plan on losing. He acknowledged that losses can happen in a career, but losing to Eubank Jr. would be especially painful for him.
I just think Conor Benn's going to win. Too young, too fresh, and although, listen, Eubank, it took a lot for him to come back after getting viciously knocked out by Liam Smith, to come back and beat Liam Smith.
The rivalry between the two is clear, and it's obvious that there's more at stake than just a title. Both fighters want to secure their place in boxing history, and this fight will show who will be the future star of British boxing. But there's a big question. Why does Conor Benn have the edge over Chris Eubank Jr. at first? Chris Eubank Jr. might seem like the favorite. He has more experience in big fights, a strong career, and has faced many top boxers. But when we look deeper into both fighters' strengths and weaknesses, it becomes clear that Conor Benn might have the upper hand in this match. One of Benn's biggest advantages is his youth. At just 26, he's at the peak of his career with many more years of growth ahead of him. On the other hand, Chris Eubank Jr. is 33. While he's still a tough fighter, his age could become a factor, especially in the later rounds. Sam Jones has said that youth will definitely play an important role in the fight.
I think it's a great fight. I would pick Benn at the minute, simply because Eubank was cracked by Liam Smith, and he was never cracked before. And it's a summary for me. He had a great chin up to then, and then he was knocked out, and it's never quite the same again. I think Benn is a more explosive fighter than Liam Smith. He's faster. He punches hard, but then a good big one will always beat a good little one. All those cliches. But I just think I would give Benn the edge. But Eubank's tough.
In boxing, a fighter's peak is usually in their mid-20s to early 30s, when their reflexes, speed, and stamina are at their best. Conor Benn's body is in excellent shape, and he has the energy and agility to outwork many of his opponents. He can adapt quickly and is always improving in the ring. Tony Bellew has said that Conor Benn will knock out his opponent in under 5 rounds because he's too explosive, too young, and too quick speed is another important factor where Conor Benn has the advantage. As fighters get older, their reflexes can slow down, and they may find it harder to avoid punches or land their own. While Eubank Jr. is quick and powerful, Conor Benn's youth gives him an edge in footwork, speed, and reaction time. He can move in and out of range, making it harder for Eubank Jr. to land strong punches, especially in the early rounds. Barry McGuigan also recognized Conor Benn's speed and explosiveness.
Conor has a huge self-belief and drive, to be honest with you. A drive like his dad. The Benn family, I've never seen a family with more drive and determination. So I think everything's pointing at Chris Eubank Jr., but I think I might have a sneaky few quid on Conor, to be honest with you. His drive and his confidence and his self-belief is something that I've only ever seen in a handful of people, and he's going to need that, and I think that might be enough against Eubank.
Conor Benn's age also gives him the advantage of time. If the fight is close, Benn is more likely to have the stamina to keep pushing in the later rounds. His ability to recover from earlier rounds and bounce back is another advantage that Eubank Jr. may not have. Eubank Jr. might struggle to keep up his usual level of intensity over all 12 rounds, while Conor, with his youth and conditioning, could keep moving. Forward, one of the key aspects of Conor Benn's boxing style is his aggression. He's an explosive fighter who attacks right from the start. This aggression has helped him knock out several opponents with his powerful punches. Expert Ricky Hatton also highlighted Conor's determination and his focus on boxing, just like his father.
Eubanks, wants to probably keep it on the outside as much as he can and use his skill sets to, use his hand speed and his ability to throw counter punches and, punches from different angles. He needs space, or space accommodates him pretty well and favors him pretty well when he has that space to do that. And I would think that Ben would like to take that space away, like to kind of work his way in and maybe go to the body like a better BF with a Bevo, take the legs away.
Chris Eubank Jr. is known for his technical skills and accurate punches, but sometimes he's criticized for not being aggressive enough. In his fights, he often plays a more defensive role, controlling the ring, but not always putting pressure on his opponents with constant attacks. Conor Benn, on the other hand, is always looking for an opening. He moves forward and throws powerful combinations to break through his opponent's defense. Teddy Atlas also shared his thoughts on how Conor Benn will approach the fight.
I like the ability of Eubanks when he's right, when his focus is there, when he's right, to be able to do things in a boxing way on the outside. And I love Ben's style and his approach. I do, where, being aggressive in a responsible way, in a way a fighter should be, with paying attention to, doing it with defense, a responsibility of defense, and, just proper way to engage somebody, but the consistent offense, looking to engage.
Ben's power is no joke. He has shown he can knock out top opponents, and his punches are known to be very strong. Conor's knockout record shows how good he is at finishing fights quickly, and he can change the course of a fight with just one well-timed punch. His power could be a big factor against Eubank Jr., especially if the fight gets more intense.
The nice thing with Chris is that he can box as well. He can box as well, and he might have to do that in this fight. If he sits in, but he loves to fight. Do you know what I mean? Both of these guys love to fight. Conor is a fighter. They're going to come and smash heads to each other, and they're going to stick a war on like we haven't seen for a long while, between two guys that generally dislike each other. Do you know what I mean? So it's going to be a fantastic fight. I wouldn't miss it. Do you know what I mean?
Chris Eubank Jr., while also a powerful puncher, might have trouble keeping up with Ben's non-stop aggression. Eubank Jr.'s style involves making calculated strikes, but Ben's constant pressure may force him to fight faster than he's used to. A fighter who is always moving forward can throw off the rhythm of a more methodical boxer, and that could be one of the keys to Conor's success in this fight. Tommy Welch pointed out that both fighters will be aggressive and put pressure on each other in the upcoming match.
Eddie. Come on, Eddie. £1 million, eh? Okay. Let's find out if you're a man of your word or just a lying hype job. I formally accept your £1 million bet. And the £1 million will be our own personal money. Not company money or purse money, just a straight up bet between me and you. The money will go into escrow, and the winner takes all. And now I look forward to watching you trying to weasel your way out of this bet like the rodent I know you are. Good day.
Ben's ability to hurt his opponents early in the fight could take the wind out of Eubank Jr.'s sails. If Ben lands a powerful shot in the first few rounds, it could give him a psychological advantage, making Eubank Jr. question if he can handle Ben's power. Conor Benn's strong mentality is another reason he could have the upper hand against Chris Eubank Jr. In boxing, a fighter's mindset can be just as important as their physical skills. Conor has shown many times that he has the heart of a champion and isn't afraid of big challenges. What sets him apart from many other young fighters is his confidence. He knows he has a legacy to live up to, and he uses that pressure to fuel his determination. As the son of Nigel Benn, a former world champion, Conor feels the weight of that name but uses it as motivation instead of a burden. In interviews, he often talks about how his father's success drives him to work even harder.
Well, I know what, fights are won and lost on the scales. I know what he can do when you're tight for weight. I know how difficult it is when you're tight for weight. And unless you're around both of them, listen, there's pluses, there's pros and cons in that. And it really is such a 50-50. It really is. I mean, the ferocity of Conor Benn is could be overwhelming for Eubank. But Eubank, listen, he's fought the better opposition in his career. But I think he's not the most active of guys either. And he's getting on a little bit. It's a 50-50, man. But yeah, I think the weight will suit Conor Benn, and therefore I'll give him the edge. Yeah.
Chris Eubank Jr. is often seen as brash and cocky. While this attitude has worked for him in some ways, it can also be risky. Overconfidence can lead to mistakes, and there have been times in his career when he seemed to underestimate his opponents. For example, Chris even challenged Eddie Hearn to bet him £1 million on his fight against Conor. If Benn can take advantage of these moments, he could change the mental dynamics of the fight, making Eubank Jr. question his tactics and his ability to win.
Chris is definitely an improved fighter. You understand me? And like, even the stuff he's doing now, he's gonna continue to get better. But I think when he came down there with me for that year, it improved his foundation. You understand me? So it made him a better.
Benn's strong mentality also shows in how he handles tough situations. He has shown resilience when facing challenges in the ring, and his ability to recover after taking punches will be important in this fight. Eubank Jr., despite his confidence, can sometimes be rattled when things don't go as planned. If Benn can disrupt Eubank's rhythm early, he could stay in control for the rest of the fight, keeping Eubank on the defensive. Despite the growing excitement around Conor Benn's fight with Chris Eubank Jr., many boxing legends still favor Eubank Jr., mainly because of one key factor: experience. Experience is often seen as the most important factor in determining the outcome of a fight. It's not just about strength or speed. A fighter's ability to read their opponent, stay calm under pressure, and adapt to changes can make all the difference. In this area, Eubank Jr.'s vast experience at the highest level gives him an advantage. Another expert, Mark Tibbs, also praised Eubank Jr. for his experience in boxing.
Well done, the most unlikable geezer on the planet. Even your dad don't like you.
Baby.
Man, drop the mic.
Chris Eubank Jr. has fought some of the best fighters in the world. His career includes many high-profile matches against seasoned champions like George Groves, James DeGale, and most recently Liam Smith in a fight that surprised everyone. These experiences have made Eubank Jr. a fighter who can adapt to different styles, handle tough situations, and stay calm under pressure. He has been tested in ways that Conor Benn hasn't, and many experts believe this will give him a clear advantage when the two fight. Roy Jones Jr. also recognizes Eubank Jr.'s experience and toughness in the ring.
There's nothing to suggest, and this is nothing against Conor, he's coming on, there's nothing to suggest Conor can deliver because no one's seen him in a title fight. Southern, English, British, European. And looking at his last performance in America or two that he had while this was going, there was nothing to suggest you could beat Eubank Jr. Now you look at Eubank Jr.'s resume, yes, 35'6", but he was in the World Boxing Super Series against George Groves, a big super middleweight. They went to Turkey and knocked out Yildirim. Then he ragdolled James DeGale around the ring. He's got that experience, and when he's motivated and focused, we've seen what he did to Liam Smith. I think Eubank Jr. The thing is too big, hits too strong, and that's it.
Another part of Eubank Jr.'s experience is the mentorship he gets from his father, Chris Eubank Sr. Eubank Sr. is a boxing legend known for his unique style and mental toughness. His advice is priceless and can give his son an extra advantage. With his own experience and his father's guidance, Eubank Jr. is a more seasoned fighter compared to Benn, who is still working on building his legacy. Fight conclusion. In this highly anticipated fight, both Chris Eubank Jr. and Conor Benn want to make a statement in boxing. While Eubank Jr. has experience, power, and a legacy of his own, Conor Benn's youth, aggression, mental toughness, and adaptability give him a big advantage in this matchup. This fight isn't just about a title. It's a battle for the future of British boxing. Eubank Jr. will definitely be a tough opponent, but Benn has everything it takes to win. His energy, speed, and ability to adapt make him the more dangerous fighter. Fans worldwide are excited for this showdown, and when the bell rings, it's sure to be a fight for the ages. It's hard to predict who will win, but right now, Conor Benn seems to have the edge. Will Experience win over youth, or will Benn's raw energy and determination lead him to victory? Only time will tell. What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video.